Hi, my name is Bob Roth, and I'm the managing partner for Cypress Homecare Solutions. My brothers, my dad, and I started Cypress Homecare Solutions after finding ourselves as family caregivers for my mom. You see, Mom suffered a major heart attack back on January 2nd, 1985, and never was quite the same. And we found ourselves in the role of being family caregivers. Fast forward to 1994, we started Cypress Homecare Solutions to do the same type of work we were doing for Mom, for other people's moms and dads. You see, there are over 65 million Americans that are providing family care for loved ones, and we wanted to be that resource for them to help them make a difference in their loved ones' lives and give them the respite that they so desperately needed so that they could be better caregivers. We also have developed some other great resources for our community, like this one right here. This is the Joan S. Roth Caregiver Training Lab. You see, Mom is my inspiration and my commitment to caregiver training. Not only do we train caregivers in our training lab, we train family caregivers. We've trained nearly 800 families over the last 9 years on the art of caregiving. You see, we're a solutions-driven company where people matter. We deliver compassionate care into people's homes. Let me show you some more. The success of any home care agency lies within their scheduling department. And really the heart of Cypress lies within the people that we employ. Not only our schedulers here, but more importantly, the caregivers that are making a difference in people's lives every day. Speaking of people, I would like you to hear from some of our care recipients, their adult children, and the trusted advisors of these care recipients about the services that they've received from Cypress Homecare Solutions over the years.
There are a number of things that drove me to Cypress. Number one, reputation in the community as being the premier firm to deal with and the premier home care provider. Number two, I had a personal relationship with Bob Roth. I knew him on a personal level. I know him on a personal level, and although I don't know him well, certainly what I knew of him I respected a great deal and thought there's a very sympathetic, caring side to Bob, and I know it permeates the culture of the organization, and that really drew me to, this is someone I would entrust my mother's care with.
The trust is probably the key element, but then it's knowing, and with my relationship with Bob, I know if there's ever an issue, I've got a full company behind there that if there's ever any questions or any doubt, he'll take care of it.
Well, I actually first heard about Cypress through another fiduciary, another licensed fiduciary that I know and work with from time to time, and she was using them, and I actually observed them in action with a mutual client we had, and I was quite impressed. So I thought, hey, this is, I think, a winner, and we're gonna start using Cypress too. So it's been great ever since.
We've had a working relationship with Cypress for the past, almost 15 years. And every single person I have dealt with at the company, both at the phone level and the people who've come to visit, have been absolutely wonderful. It's nice to be able to deal with a company that says, okay, that's fine, we'll accommodate you according to your need. That's a blessing. It's something that you do not find in almost all the companies that supposedly handle healthcare matters.
There were probably 3 or 4 criteria that I had. One was compassion. That's critical. Second was competence. Third was responsiveness, and the fourth was reliability. Bob Roth and his people at Cypress hit the mark on each and every one of those categories.
I was taking care of my father, who was never sick a day in his life till the last 5 weeks of 93 years. And between me and other family members, we thought we could handle it. And we realized less than a week in, we needed help. I called Bob.
I realized that I have trouble walking and difficulty to get out of bed or doing certain things. And my children were on top of me, Mom, you need help.
We're recognized by the state and the Better Business Bureau for being the most ethical company of its size. So these are the sorts of things that I look at to know whether this is a company worth doing business with. And more importantly, I don't do business with them, I recommend them for my patients. I don't have any stake in them. I don't partake in any of their services. I only see what they can do for my patients.
I can honestly tell you, the people that were in our home treated my father like he was their father.
But it's an important piece when a caregiver can sit and talk to you about common interests. It not only makes the time go fast, but it's also, an interesting afternoon.
I've known Bob and his family for a long time, and I didn't need to go to anybody else. Their reputation around town and my relationship with Bob was all I needed.
Cypress was, to me, on a much higher intellectual level, which I need,
So it was very important to me, as it must be to most people, if it depends on your health and your welfare, that you do your research. I talked with at least 10 different people, and of all of them, the one that impressed me most was Cypress. I felt that this was not only a business, but it was a business with a heart, because they really care about their clients.
First, the attention that I get from them is beyond. It is so personal and so caring that they are just remarkable.
When I was looking for care for my father, I was really looking for somebody who would treat my dad as they would treat their own parent, a parent that they loved. And Cypress really filled all that for me and more.
When you ask someone to care for your loved one, your mother, who my mother has been alone for many years. Her husband died 30 plus years ago, and I've taken care of her since then. It was an intensely personal thing. It was an intensely personal thing because we're inviting someone to care for her the way I don't have time to care for her. Trusting someone with the personal aspects of her life. Third, entrusting her safety and security to someone. So there's a lot of emotions around, excuse me, but there's a lot of emotions around having your mother, having her cared for by a third party. There's a lot. And there's been a lot of emotions over the years. And thank goodness I had Bob there and Cypress to rely on. I honestly don't know what I would have done otherwise.
Now that you've had an opportunity to view and hear some of the video testimonials from our care recipients, their adult children, as well as from the trusted advisors about the care that they've received from Cypress Homecare Solutions over the years, if you have a loved one, a friend, a neighbor, or just somebody that needs some additional assistance at home, please call Cypress Homecare Solutions so that we may assist them in aging successfully in place. Thank you.